experience is overrated. We cherish that and honor that in Unleashing Leaders.
Cyrus, 5 years from now, what do you hope people say was fundamentally different about how Unleashing Leaders grew its people?
That's an easy question for me. And it may sound like a Hallmark card or a soundbite on TikTok, but it's caring for the employees. I think we work really hard to try to care for our employees, their talent management, their growth, their trajectory, what exposure they get, are we listening? And we have had an enormous set of great talent that came into this company. And I think 5 years from now, we'd only be bigger. But unlike maybe some of the sandboxes that exist today, where employees can feel like an asset number or a synergy target, there's a feeling that this truly is a community of caring, and that we're growing people, solving problems, and having fun along the way.
Cyrus, I hear that Unleashing Leaders puts people in rooms that most firms wouldn't. You cultivate your teams in a fairly unconventional way. Would you elaborate on that?
One other thing, Sierra, that I think I'm really proud of in the firm is that we talk about experience is overrated. And what we mean by that is we have early career, mid-career professionals along with senior level professionals working well together. But the early and the mid-career individuals are doing things I could have never done. They are leading boardroom meetings. They are designing processes. I have 24, 25-year-olds that are doing enormously complex work. And it's so fun to see. And it's hard to sit in a meeting and not want to grab the pen and take over. No need to. They got it. Experience is overrated. We cherish that and honor that in Unleashing Leaders. And I think that's a unique competitive advantage.
That culture doesn't just happen by accident. You and Lee have been building this company together for years. And from what I have seen, you have some slightly different ways of going about supporting our teams. Can you elaborate on how your creative differences support the collective growth of Unleashing Leaders?
I'm going to start just with how I met Lee. I was in a conference room, actually an office of a company many years ago, and I was trying to be smart and writing a formula on the board, n times n minus 1, and I was trying to explain it to this individual and trying to flex maybe because I was just a young kid, and Lee walks in, he goes, "Oh yeah, Metcalfe's law, here's how you use it," and he walks back out, and I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, the tension started from that moment. We complement each other really, really well. One example is how we view solving problems. I think is a very natural tension and also a perfect complement. Lee is really focused in on solving bottlenecks. What are the specific things we can do in the moment to remove and improve a process and get a base hit and get work going, which I love. He says I overcomplicate things, but I can see that. I like to look at large systems and what's the end-to-end. Of course, Lee does as well. But if you notice, one approach is let's look at the entire system and try to prioritize what's going on in the large system. One approach is let's get some base hits and get going. You need both. And sometimes it's like, which one do we do? We always end up working together and finding the right solution in teams. The tension is necessary. One of my favorite bands in the 80s, yes, 80s Sierras, I'm from the 80s, talked about that the best work comes when artists are in conflict, not in harmony. And so it's okay to have a little bit of tension in these spaces. It's why we thrive.
And when all of that comes together, the people, the tension, our cultivated culture, what do clients actually walk away feeling?
I'm going to say one word. We recently had a 25th celebration for our company. We were privileged to have a lot of different clients that came in, and we were able to celebrate kind of their success, our success. And the word they gave us was hope. You have to understand, in today's world, some of our clients are dealing with $100 billion, millions of customers, incredible regulatory process, policy complexity, fire drills every day. It's a really hard body of work. And if we can make their days a little bit easier, if we can give them hope to try to transform systems, well, I don't know another but what better way to make a living.